you to see the power of being a mother, the need for mothers, the need for those of you who are mothers, and those of you who desire to be mothers, to understand the important role of a mother in the relationship with her children, in the rearing of her children. This Shunammite woman was just being a woman of God, and she met a man of God, and she believed uh, that she should prepare a place for him, that whenever he's traveling, coming through that way, that he would have his own little place, a lean-to, just adding something to the side of the house. Not looking for anything, had no desires other than be obedient because that was a part of her nature, and I'm sure it was a part of her upbringing. And because of the man of God, Elijah was so impressed. He wanted to do something for her. So he asked the question, do you want me to get you a favor from the king or from some of the captains or some of the gods that rule or was in charge of that area? And she said, no, I don't need anything. That I'm with my own people, and my people are type people that we support one another. So if I had any needs, they would be taken care of by my relatives and friends that I live with in the community I live in. But Elijah, after the servant informed him that she had no children, decided he would bless her and grant her a child. And a year or so later, sure enough, she gave birth to a son. And she was delighted and she was happy because there's no relationship like a mother with her children. And so she had this unique relationship with her child. And as he went out with the father one day to the farm to bring in the harvest, he fell upon a rock and hit his head. And the father looked at him and looked at the servant and said, take him to his mother. Take him to his mother. And the servant carried him to the mother. And of course, the mother, with a love for her child, put him in her lap and held him. And he died. And now she's hurt because she's lost the son that she didn't ask for and that the man of God had prayed that she would receive. And now she's frustrated. And so she goes to the husband and say, listen, I need to go and find the man of God. And the husband was a little confused because there was no religious holidays. But he granted his wife, because of his confidence in her, the right to go and seek the man. And she found the man. And when she found him, she, in essence, chastised him, said, did I not ask for a son? And you gave me a son, and now that son is no longer alive. And I need some help. And he sent his servant to lay his staff upon the child. And then they came. And when they came, the child was truly dead. And Elijah prostrated upon the son and breathed in his mouth and looked in his eyes, and the warmth from his body entered the child's body, and the child was restored. But I want you to see the mother. The mother didn't give up on the child. Even though the child was dead, the mother would not give up. The mother trusted the man of God, that there was a man of God, that this man of God represent God, and since God can do anything, this man of God could be of assistance to her at this crisis in her life. Why? Because she was a woman of God. The acts that she had done for the prophet was because of her relationship with God, and she honored him and his word. And now she approached him with faith and believed that this man who had granted her the child could also restore the child. She didn't give up. She didn't have a funeral. She didn't go and bury this child. She believed, she trusts. That's a mother's love. In spite of the circumstances and situations, mothers love anyway. Mothers love always. And sure enough, her prayer was answered and her prayer was granted. Her son was restored, and now she was a mother again, and her motherhood had been reborn. And it tells us the power of God, and the power of a mother who loves her child. And we have children that need to be brought back. They need to be brought back into just basic life. They have wandered away. They've strayed from God. They've established their own forms and their own attitudes and personalities and lifestyles, and have broken many a mother's hearts. And even though this is a day of celebration, all mothers won't be celebrating. Some have lost their children to foolishness, and some have lost their children because of natural death. And in the midst of it all, that love for the mother. And then the scripture we mostly use during this time is Proverbs, the 31st chapter, and I'm going to start with verse 10, and I'm going to do a little commentary as I go through because my time is running out. It says, who can find a virtuous woman, for her price is far above rubies? The heart of her husband does safely trust in her, and her, so he shall have no need for other. His wife satisfy him to the point that he does not need to seek other women. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. She is his helpmeet. She's going to work with him and help him accomplish the things that God has assigned him to do. She seeketh wool and flax and work willingly with her hands. She is like a merchant ship. She bring forth her fruit from afar. She rise also while it is yet night, and give meat to her household and a portion to her maidens. She's not selfish. Yes, she's going to make sure her family is taken care of, but she also making sure that those who assist her, those who are in servitude to her, they also are taken care of. She consider field and buy it. With the fruit of her hand, she planted a vineyard. So that means she works. But she's working in her environment. She's working in a circumstance, in a household, in a village. She girded her loins with strength and strengthened her arm. She perceived that her merchandise is good. Her candle goes not out by night. She worked until late to accomplish the task for herself and her family and her husband. She layeth her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff. She makes her own clothes and clothing for her family. She stretches out her hand to the poor. Yes, she reaches forth her hand to the needy. She's sensitive to those who are less fortunate. She is not afraid of the snow for her household. For all her household are clothed with scarlet. They have whatever is necessary to adjust to whatever weather condition they may find themselves. She make herself coventry of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Her husband is known in the gates when he sitteth among the elders of the land. Not only known for what he's doing, but known because of his wife. She maketh fine linen and selleth it, and delivered girdles unto the merchants. So she sell things and sell it to get income, that she may buy land and other things for her family. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. She opened her mouth with wisdom, and her tongue in the law of kindness. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. Her children rise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praised her. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Give her the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gate. And today many moms will be given the fruit of their hands, and they will be praised today for the work that they have done within their gates, within their homes, within their church. This is Mother's Day. And let us go out and celebrate mothers. My mother is no longer with me, but I can still celebrate her for all that she taught me. I can almost say directly the reason I'm a Christian is because of my mother's love for God and her love for the church and her carrying us to, I want you to hear that, carrying us to Sunday school and to church and to places where we could go and learn of God. And as a result of that, I love Sunday school even today. So today I'm going over to Girly CME Church. And my wife said I'm going to get an opportunity to teach Sunday school. It reminded me of my mom and I studying Sunday school on Saturday nights before Sundays. And so you embrace your mother. I know you've got flowers for her. I know you got gifts. I know you're going to carry them out to eat. But I want you to embrace them yourselves with your own body and tell them you love them. And don't just tell them you love them. Tell them why you love them. Remind them of the things they've forgotten, because the things they've done for you have just been natural. You remind them what effect it has had upon you, has made you a better person. And if you don't think your mom is all that you think a mom needs to be, then you pray with her and for her that God would touch her heart and that she can become the mom that God intended her to be. The mom for you, the mom that you need, that you may live a productive life, a God-fearing life, that you too may can grow and mature as your mother has. Well, I want to thank you, and I'm wishing all of you a blessed Mother's Day. And remember, it's not about us. It's about Jesus. It's about winning souls. Have a great day today.